Hello friends, welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be designing my faith planner for the month of March. We'll be setting up a monthly layout and the quadrant weekly layouts in a classic happy planner. So come plan with me. And I've got some washi tapes here all ready to go, as well as some dual brush pens from Tombow that I may use, along with this water brush pen and acrylic block for some mixed media techniques, this decor sticker pack I got from the Stationery Pal, and these Happy Planner sticker books, which I'll pull from. Okay, you guys, so we are going to get started on the weekly spreads this month because, I was on the struggle bus on this spread and like all the end week spreads. I just was having creative blocks all week long, was feeling too good, and was just really struggling with the design. And for the month of March for my faith planner, I really wanted to use these dried floral looking stickers that I had from the Stationery Pal and tried a bunch of different ways to combine them and have them on the spread. I actually spent about 2 hours just trying to figure out how I wanted to use these and with what other design elements, and I got really nowhere. So I just gave up and called it a day, and I was like, I will do this later. I had filmed the whole thing, and I was like, there's no way you guys are going to want to sit through that kind of indecisiveness. So what I decided to do was just to scrap that, work through the creative process offline, and then kind of pre-set up everything before I started filming again and actually laying things down onto the sheet. So what I'm doing now is kind of showing you a sample of how the final decor idea came together. So I'm just combining a handful of the floral stickers, trying to mix up the colors. So I have pink and blue and yellow and then some greenery, tall and short stickers, trying to mix and match so that everything looks really unique, but also not too homogeneous as far as the colors. And that pretty much worked. I'm doing the sample, like I said, here so you guys can see the process, but I already have pre-set up the rest of the weeks. So this is just one sample, and then I have the rest on some wax paper that I'll just quickly move over once I finish this one setup. So I'm adding in some washi tape in that like scripty font, which I really love, from the washi tape shop. It's a really good buy. You get a lot and a thick roll. I've used it in a number of spreads, so I highly recommend that roll of washi tape. I also am going to put in some of the vintage roll that I had from the washi tape shop as well, and then just a solid piece of dark gray washi tape to finish things off, kind of going for that moody, not really dead, but more like a dried, not fresh look, more of a vintagey style look for these spreads. I'm also mixing some brush pen ink on an acrylic block to add a little bit of a background color to these clusters. And all I'm doing is laying a little bit down of the brush pen and then using the water brush pen to soften it a little bit to kind of create a watercolor look, but not too much. I didn't want the ink to be saturated and wet so that when it applied on the page, it would be, soaking into the paper, just enough to mix it around and make it look a little bit softer than just a hard, ink line. And that worked out really good. I used this technique before back in February on my horizontal daily planner setup, and I really liked it. So I'm just using it again here in a little bit of a different way, combining colors and using it more as a backdrop. So I'm doing that, and now as you can see, I have the other 4 weeks already pre-set up to save us some time and spare you guys the struggle that I went through to get to this point, let me tell you. Again, creating those backgrounds each time for them and placing those in the this week area of my quadrant layout. This layout is sold in my Etsy shop, and it's probably my favorite layout for the way I use it in my faith planner, which is to do a daily first of the day lettering. It has been the perfect size and shape for each day's lettering, and so I've used it quite a bit in the past. I used it for a full year, and then I also gravitated towards this layout when I was doing the bullet journal style last year, so I came back to it. Really love this layout for lettering. So again, this process is going to be a little bit repetitive, but I'm basically adding ink, adding a little bit of that water brush pen, noticing that there's too much water there, so I'm trying to soak it up so it doesn't get that really wet look. I'm just going to clean that one off and try again because it was just a little too wet. I didn't really want it to be, like I said, soaking into the paper, warping the page. Adding in the washi tape as I go, layering it in the same way I do every time, with the script washi in the back, the lighter green in the middle there, and then the dark gray on the top. And then just moving that over each one and fitting it into that this week space. This year I haven't really bothered doing much else with the decor as far as playing around with the space around these spreads. Been really focusing in on the this week area. It just makes it a little bit easier so I don't have to work around anything as I do my lettering. And it's a little bit easier to think through as well. I don't have to get too creative with the layouts. But back in 2021, I did do the same quadrant layout for my faith planning, and I did get a little bit more creative as far as every month's decor. So if you want some ideas on something different other than the this week area being decor heavy on the weekly areas, do check out my faith videos from back in 2021. I do have all the months up, so you can check that out if you just want some variety in your planner and just need some fresh ideas if you're using this quadrant layout. So that said, back to what I'm doing here. Same process each time. Some came out a little bit better than others. I did do a lot of cutting on those floral stickers to trim them up, make the stems fit. Also, too, some of them had like a washi tape styling look onto the actual sticker that's like built into the design of the sticker. And I really wasn't feeling that mixed in with the floral, so a lot of times I would be cutting that off, which you might have seen me do in the very first setup. But overall, the florals were really pretty, and I get a lot of them. I basically used just that full pack and was able to complete all of the spreads you're going to see here at the end. I'm only going to set up the weeklies and the monthlies in this video. Again, I just got, design fatigue as I was doing this. So I would do the weeklies and then I'd take a break, and then I would go back to the monthly trying to do that, and then I had to take a break. Same with the overview pages, the back page. So there's so many spreads to do, and even though they were all on the same theme, I was just tired from working, and thinking and trying to be creative. So like I said, I really focused in on taking my time and working through the creative process offline. So I only ended up filming out this first monthly layout and then those weekly layouts. But you'll see how everything came together at the very end if you are interested in that. So as you can see, for the monthly, I'm doing another floral cluster, and this one's a little bit taller and a little bit skinnier to fit there in the sidebar. And now I have the Happy Planner pressed floral sticker book. And here I'm just looking for some quotes or something that I can put into those empty day pages. So that's why I pulled it. I'm going to try this Bloom and Grow sticker, see if I can make that work. But I'm a little bit unhappy with the brightness of the purple. It's really bright compared to the more muted tones of the florals already on the page, which, it works for the Happy Planner, but for the stickers I got from the stationery pal, I just feels a little too vibrant. So I'm looking through the other book I pulled, which I think is the Detailed Florals book from the Happy Planner. And I just realized the colors were not going to match up. So I went ahead and put that away. And now I pulled out another book, which is the Happy and Kind Faith Sticker book, hoping that I can find at least a quote or something to add into this spread, because I don't want to take up any more space in the monthly area. I really want it only on the empty days and or in the sidebar, since I use the daily areas of the spread fully. Just looking for like a quote or a little something to finish this spread off and make me happy with the overall look and feel of the spread. Again, I was on the struggle bus, I think mainly because I just am kind of limited on how many quote stickers and faith-based stickers I have. I really didn't have what I wanted at hand, and just makes me think I need to either A, make some of my own, or find some good faith quote stickers. So if you have any recommendations, I'd be happy to take them and maybe make some new purchases on faith stickers, because I really only have 2 faith books currently and they're pretty picked over. So would really like to have something a little bit more useful going forward as far as faith quotes. I went through that book too, the Faith Mini from way back when, from the Happy Planner. Didn't find anything that I was loving, and finally pulled out this Sophisticated Floral sticker book. Found that Bloom sticker that really didn't match anything else, but I really loved the aesthetic with the floral, so I decided to go with that. Added a little bit more washi there in that last day of the month that's empty, and decided to call that a day, because I was, again, on the struggle bus with this spread in particular. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down that background of the ink and water, just again to soften things up and add a little color to the florals. And then just move everything over, not really overthinking this part of it too much, just making decisions and sticking to them. I really do like the way that this all turned out. It's just, I feel like I really could have done more. It's just I didn't have what I needed at hand. Working through things, learning how to be happy with the way things turned out without overthinking it too hard. Again, just being on the struggle bus this week, so I was happy to have it done in the end. I'm going to go ahead and white out those empty days there at the top so I can drop in this quote and really make it pop there from the background. And here I was getting ready to set things up for the overview, and I was just like, okay, I need to take a break, and that was it. And I took a long break, like a 2-day break. I'll do a final flip through so you guys can see how everything came out, and that will do it, friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch, and think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!